Hey, you, yes, you, independent artist, manager, somebody that's involved in the music industry. No, you've always heard people tell you to stay independent or to you don't sign a deal, or you thinking to yourself, hey, well, if I sign a deal, they're going to give me an advance. It's the most money I've ever seen in my life. They're going to back my music. Why wouldn't that be a good deal, right? You thinking to yourself, this person saying, stay independent, but they're not giving me the blueprint on how to stay independent. Not telling me the know-how, and they're not telling me how much it's going to cost me, right? So, what am I thinking? You're thinking to yourself, why would I do that? You know why they don't tell you that information, right? Because most of them don't really know that information. But I got news for you. You're listening to somebody that does have a little bit of knowledge about this information. So, for the next, say, 10 minutes in this video, in the next series of videos, we're going to call it Reasoning with the RASTApreneur. I'm going to share some information about social media marketing for the independent artists in today's music industry, which is the streaming music industry. It's less about sales. First and foremost, let's start, right? Who am I? Who is this crazy dreadlock guy that's talking all this crazy stuff, right? Well, my name is PJ Cannon Jr. For those who don't know me, I identify myself on social media as the RASTApreneur. Why? Because I'm a Rasta man and I'm an entrepreneur same way. So you just put them together, right? So a little bit about me. I have been a part of some pretty exciting digital campaigns. I guess the most notable one, you're gonna hear me say a lot. I don't know why. That's just part of what I do, but get used to it. I got a lot of information in between the ums. But I was able to generate a campaign, well, be a part of a campaign that generated over 1 million views on YouTube, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Probably we're gonna say hundreds of thousands in terms of revenue. So that's probably the most important thing you want to know. So, YouTube, iTunes, streaming. Again, we're in the streaming age. So that's a little bit about myself. If you want to know more, honestly, just follow the RASTApreneur, and I'm documenting my journey so you can see what's going on there, right? The RASTApreneur on all social media channels. So moving right along, we're going to talk about what I can do to benefit you, the information that I can give you, right? So this is where we want to start. This is where I like to start with everybody. So again, we're in this streaming age. So it's about streaming, not just music, but it works for anything in terms of like video things that's streaming. So if you're thinking in terms like that, if you start to think of yourself as a broadcast network or a media company, a broadcast network and a media company, I think you'll be, I guess, further along in the game. This is what I'm thinking. Because what is a broadcast network or what is a media company? What are they doing? What are they trying to do, right? They're distributing content that's relevant to an audience to gain the attention of that audience so that they can then sell time, basically, to advertisers. So, for instance, let's just use ABC as a broadcast network and TMZ as a media company, right? So we can actually use the both. Both of those platforms are using content. So you know what type of content you're gonna get on ABC, the same what you're gonna get on like BT or MTV, something like that. The same as you know what you're gonna get from TMZ. They're gonna give you the latest in entertainment news or e-news, something like that. So you find your niche for your media company, for your broadcast network. What story basically do you want to document and tell to your audience? So with knowing that, you start to think to yourself, well, how can I do this? I need this big production company. I got to get the whole team and all this. And this is the things that I hear most people start thinking about, and it's the things that actually slow them down. So for myself, how am I actually getting this information to you right now? I have a Samsung Note. I've turned my Samsung Note around, put the camera on me, I hit record, and now you're listening to my voice. So what do I mean by that? We all have the most powerful tool that we could ever think of in front of us. Well, not all, because everybody doesn't have a phone, but for all of us that have these smartphones and you want to have the next iPhone this or the next Samsung this, just to have a phone. Start to use that phone as what it is. It's the most powerful tool known to man. And we're in, what is today's February 27th, today's date, 2018. So it's February 27th, 2018. Your smartphone is the most powerful tool that is known to you right now that can help you in your business. Even if you're already at a level, go to the next level, or if you're starting to build up to something. What do I mean by that? For the first time, you have a video camera and a video editor, a digital camera and a digital, you can edit the images. You have an audio recorder and an audio editor. You have a typewriter, keyboard, however you want to put it, all within one device on your phone. So why do I talk about that? Because the 4 ways that people consume content is video form, image form, audio form, and the written form. See how we can take care of all those 4 within this one powerful tool that we're talking about. So, lesson 1. I mean, literally, I don't want to even make it too complicated. It's just literally start to look at your company. I don't care what it is you do. Figure out, like whatever it is that you already doing. If you already have a business, and what I was thinking, I don't care what you're passionate about. Like if it's something that you're passionate about, take that passion and say, I'm gonna start to tell the story, and I'm gonna become the expert of telling the story in this space. And how do I do that? I start thinking like a media company and a broadcast network, and I start to understand that I have to produce and distribute content daily, multiple times daily. Yeah, so it becomes a job. But once I commit to this broadcast network and media company, it actually becomes less of a job. Well, it's still more job because it's hard work. That's the thing I must say. You're going to work hard every day. But the thing is, you begin to think as a content creator, right? A content creator, which is a content, person that produces content. And the thing is, what I'm saying to you, I don't even want you to overthink it. Just document. Again, I talked about whether you're going to document with images and you put the story under the images, whether you're going to use video form, which is the way I'm reaching you now, whether you choose to write it down, which I encourage using all 4. I mean, be wherever you can, because some people, again, I don't really like to read. I'd rather listen to something than read. But some people don't like to listen to something. They like to be isolated and read. For me, I don't really like looking at still images. I'd rather see video. But other people, they like, hey, I'd rather see the image because it captures something. So, again, if you think like a media company, you begin to think like a content creator, content producer, and distributor. And again, sometimes maybe you're just the producer and you find a distributor. I mean, it becomes a team effort because it becomes a thing where you're building. But is it worth it? I mean, do the research. It's people that have started 6 months ago that have decided to quit their jobs, is paying 6 figures, to do this full time because it's replacing the income. It's not just to just start to quit and say, I'm going to do this because it's fun. No, it's fun. People are actually making money off of it. As I said, I've generated mid 6 figures myself. I just say like over $500,000 to be exact. Before the label came involved, label got involved, and of course it generated a little bit more. But label, Atlantic Records to be exact. Campaign, Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, artist D-Lo. You can search all this information. It is there for you. I'm gonna make this I'm working on weekly, so just say start weekly lesson, and maybe if I get up to daily, then I do it daily. But it's things that be in my head that I think about, and I just want to share with people. So I just want to start with making you think like a media company and a broadcast network, and if you do that, feel like you'll be much better off in this day and age. So that's lesson number 1 of social media marketing for the independent artists in today's music industry. Artists, start thinking like a media company, broadcast network. Yeah, man. Document your journey every day. Document your musical journey. Document your life journey. and you push that content to your audience every day, they will be receptive, and they will in return show you love. Bless.